Welcome to 843 TV. I'm Lisa.
And I'm Catherine.
And here we're walking along the timeline in Beaufort City Hall, where there's all kind of amazing history about our area.
I highly recommend that you stop in and take a look at us as well. But today we have an interesting show. We're going to meet with the city councilmen, and they are Stephen Murray and Phil Kroner. And we also have Matt Sinclair, who's the Director of Public Projects and Facilities.
We're going to be talking about such growth and economic development coming to the city of Beaufort, so you don't want to miss it.
This is 843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
.843 TV, where the Low Country comes to speak.
.843 TV,
where communities come to speak.
Welcome to 843 TV. We are at the Beaufort City Hall, where it's always exciting to hear so many great improvements and updates coming to the county area here in the city. And joining us first is Stephen Murray, City Councilman. Good to see you again.
Yeah, good morning, Lisa. Great to be here.
Yeah, and we were talking beforehand. A lot of people may not realize you are actually a Beaufort native.
I am. I'm a third generation Beaufort native. Born and raised here, grew up. I love it. It's a great little town.
So this is just heart and soul for you to be investing in the community here all these decades later, and so many improvements happening over the last so many years. But let's talk about first the Education Task Force.
Yeah, so City Council last week we stood up and formed a Higher Education Task Force. John Verity, who formerly chaired our Redevelopment Commission, and I will be co-chairing that committee. We've got about 9 committee members from all sectors of the community. We've got some new faces who've never really been on our boards and commissions before. But the idea is to look at our civic master plan, our comprehensive plan, look at USCB's academic master plan and Technical College of Low Country's academic plan, and find out how they work together. Because I think City Council, through our 2030 visioning process earlier in this year, we see ourselves as having a role bringing some of these things together. Education, transportation, working more in the private sector with the business community. And so how can the city help support the expansion of higher education?
And that's terrific, because there is clearly a momentum that is happening here. I mean, we were just over at base camp and listening to all the stories there between bringing in IT companies, but also we want to educate our people here, and we want the young people to stay.
Yes.
And so you were raised here, you went and you came back, and now you're raising your family. So for us, what can we do for the young people to have them stay? Because you were part of that, you've experienced it.
Right. Well, and so, like you said, I'm a native, and so part of this work, being on council and championing economic development, is a selfish pursuit for me. My girls are 6. I have twin girls. And I have a handful of friends that would love to be back in Beaufort, but there's simply not the kind of economic opportunity that they need in order to cover the cost of living that we have in Beaufort County. So trying to diversify the economy to create some better opportunity, and my hope is that it's going to take us a while. It's going to take us 10, 15 years to really get to where we need to be. But if my girls choose to stay in Beaufort, and I hope they do, that there will be the type of opportunity for them that will allow them to live here and have a great quality of life like many of us enjoy.
Yes, absolutely. And so as you're working with TCL and USCB, again, the timeline is long term, but what do you foresee?
It is and it isn't. You know, I think informally the city has been working with specifically USCB over the last couple of years with the private sector. And so you've probably seen the new dorms that have gone up on Boundary Street. We've now got over 100 students that are living in those dorms. We've got an honors biology and honors nursing cohort. We'll be adding honors business next year. The arts program is expanding. We've got a conversation going about cybersecurity right now, about adding that within the next couple of years. So the good news is we already have some momentum in helping the college expand. This is more about formalizing it and making sure that the plans the college has aligns with the plans that the city residents and stakeholders have told us where the city wants to go.
And it's also a feeding system as well. You know, you want to educate your high school students and get them mentally prepared to go to college. We want to give them the tools. We want to tell them, you can go to college, you have the abilities to go to college. Yes. And our world is so quickly changing with IT. Yes. It's very fast.
Yeah, and I think if you look at any industry, finance, real estate, construction, HVAC, there's more technology being introduced into all of those professions.
True.
And I think
yeah.
the days of being able to just graduate high school with no secondary education, no skill sets, it's going to be very difficult to find a job. It's going to be very difficult to find a job that provides the kind of wages that will allow you to afford the cost of living here in Beaufort.
Right.
So if you read a report like the World Economic Forum's The Future of Jobs, they talk a lot about the fourth industrial revolution. People have multiple jobs in their life, and so where the colleges I think are valuable is that they teach people how to be lifelong learners.
Yes.
And so increasingly, you will have to change your skill set throughout the course of your working career. And so that's why I think education around TCL and the University of Beaufort.
It's like an evolution.
Absolutely.
And the other thing I'm really excited about, we've heard, is that you also are offering programs where people are good to go after they receive the degree, like a nursing degree or some sort of service. It makes them, they're ready for a professional life, and that's
Yes.
very important.
Yes.
You're giving them with a purpose. This is what you can do.
Yep, absolutely.
Or I think it's important to note not just new graduates out of high school, but folks who may be coming down here like sort of a second wave of business life. Maybe expound on that a little bit.
Well, and I think so. If you look at the corridor, we're currently offering Code Camp, so you can sign up. I think it's $295. We offer them several times throughout the year. So if you're an adult learner, anywhere from 18 to 85, and you have an interest in technology and coding, you can go kind of try it on, see if you like it. If you do, then you can go take classes at USCB or take classes at TCL.
And
so
these are certificates as well, so you achievement. So they
absolutely,
can,
yep. So there's anything from a certificate program all the way up to a full-scale bachelor's degree and associate's degree. And so there's not this sort of one-size-fits-all. It really can be custom tailored to whatever your goals are to align with the employment that you're working towards.
Sure.
Well, I think that's exciting.
Yeah, it is.
Thank
Good
you
stuff.
for giving so much, sharing the information with us today. Continue on, and we'll be right back with more 843 TV.